Welcome to another Smiling Colors video, friends. Whether you're knitting or crocheting, making a scarf or a blanket, you often need more than one skein of yarn to complete your project. Today, let me show you 3 different ways to join a new ball of yarn into your work. The first method I'm sharing today is just a simple knot. This technique works great for beginners. So you'll need a pair of scissors, and what you want to do is grab the yarn skein, the new skein, and this is the old skein. So I just want to tie a knot, making a basic knot right in the center. Then I'm going to pull, and now what you want to do is take your pair of scissors and just trim off the yarn tails, and then you just continue crocheting, crochet over the knot. So you can see I just crocheted as normal. That one stitch will be kind of bulkier than the others, but when you come over the next row and crochet over it, it should hopefully all be tucked in and invisible. The second method I'm sharing is called the Russian join. If you're a seamstress, you'll find this one easy because it uses a needle. You're going to need a plastic needle or a metal needle, something that is big enough to hold your yarn. This is my new yarn, I've threaded it. What I want to do is leave a little bit of space and then just weave into the yarn itself. I'm going to hold this area here and then pull the rest through. So can you see that? I'll repeat it once more. So I'm just stitching the yarn onto itself. And I've left a little loop here. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the same on the current yarn that I'm working on. Now I'm going to take this yarn and put my needle through this loop I've created. And then I'm going to come back and just weave into this yarn. So you see I'm creating this kind of overlapped loop joint. And you can see now, this is how my yarn join looks. So I'm just going to trim off a little bit here. And then I'll continue crocheting in my pattern. And in these areas, I'll have 2 strands of yarn. And I just treat them as one. And those stitches will be a little bulkier. But I have a new yarn skein joined in. There were no knots involved. So you can see these 2 tails. I'm just going to weave these in and we're going to continue. The third method I'm sharing is called the magic knot. This one has a little bit of technique, but once you figure it out, it is so simple. You just need to practice it a couple of times and then you will be a pro. I love the knot that this creates, and this knot is really sturdy and lasts a long time. So this is where my yarn ends on my blanket. This is my new skein of yarn. I'm going to lay the new skein of yarn here straight, place my existing yarn straight parallel to it. I'm going to take this and loop it underneath and bring it on top. So I have this one loop here. Then I'm going to make it a knot. So I'm just going to pull that tail end through. With this end, I'm going to go on top and pull it through, and then again make it into a knot here. So you have a knot here, a knot here. You can kind of tighten them. So you pull this yarn and this yarn, and then you tighten these. And then you just trim off the excess with a pair of scissors. And then you just continue crocheting or knitting. Now, the simple knot, while easy, is just great for beginners who are making practice projects. In the long run, if you're making a blanket, the simple knot will not last. It kind of unravels when the fabric is washed or used a lot. I would recommend using the Russian join or the magic knot, as these two stand the test of time. Make sure to stop by my blog smilingcolors.com for a blog post that goes along with this video. In the blog post, I have images which you can refer to while making these joins, and I also have tips for beginners. I'll see you guys soon with another video. Till then, happy crafting!